when the people come in the restaurant, they have the feeling like they are in the Saigon corner. They will feel like, oh, I visit Saigon again. Even I could not travel back to Saigon, but they feel like, oh my God. So I am Judy. I'm from Vietnam. I have very big family, yes, and we live in the small village near Saigon. It's a Ho Chi Minh City. I have very beautiful childhood, very beautiful also. My parents had a big garden, and we grow up ourselves different vegetables and some chicken, some duck, big cow, like a real life of a farmer. My parents quite very old now. They are 84 years old. My parents always to teach me to decide by myself and surviving and adapting. Yeah. I have my first degree in Vietnam as a Ho Chi Minh Economist University. It's also quite famous university in Ho Chi Minh. After that, I have some experience in working and also open my own business in Vietnam. And luckily, I have know some of my friends sharing about Finland, education Finland. Then I do more research. Where is Finland? How is the life in Finland? And what is the education in Finland? And I feel really impressed because Finland offers amazing opportunities. I just came in Rovaniemi. This is my first time to see the autumn. Beautiful Ruska, yeah, beautiful nature. Then the first snow. We learn a lot of skills about culture, about adaptability, about communication, and most important thing is how to be independent, how to be, adapt with the new environment. It's not easy. When I come here to study, I need to be strong, to independent in financing also. So there are two important decisions I haven't made in my life. The first one is come to Finland to study because it's changed completely, like the new chapter of my life when I come to Finland and Rovaniemi. The second decision is open Saigon Noodle Bar. I have lived in Finland nearly 5 years, but mostly in Rovaniemi. I came here, the first reason is for studying. So I was a student at Lapin AMK as the bachelor degree, and I was a student as business. After graduate from Lapin AMK, I studied higher degree with the master degree. Then I met two of my friends. They are also from Vietnam. They was also the student at Lapin AMK. Then we planned together to open the first and the unique Vietnamese restaurant in Rovaniemi. We do the planning, we write down 5 good things about what we want to give for customer. And also we write down 5 good things about the competitors around here. So we are students at that time and we don't have much money to invest in. We try to find all about saving money and we say, okay, we'll invest in here. And also all of our time, all of our effort for Saigon Noodle Bar. And also it's a hard time at Rovaniemi, like Corona time. So we decide, okay, we have only one way, no two-way ticket, we have only one way. Go, we win or we die. I think as the entrepreneur, there's a huge decision. They need to do a lot of planning. Without planning, the people, they will be surprised about the market, about competitors, about the environment, then they feel tired. So planning is very important thing before make decision to open your company or not. The ideas is not only the most important thing. It's combine many things. For example, in a restaurant, not only the good food that's enough. Need to be financing about the service, location, food, and online marketing, suppliers. So, which means open a restaurant it doesn't simple as just focus on good food. Many planning things you need to put in consideration. For example, we plan to open a website, but we think, okay, is it nice to have or is it must to have now? Is it really necessary to invest money now or we can do it in the future? What is benefits from it? And we always have consider what is the cost and what is benefit. I found this location, I do the research for the restaurant, open a restaurant nearly 1.5 years before. And anytime when I do the research, I write my business plan, I write about competitors, I'm also thinking about the market, also about the customer analysis, many things. But the most important thing is you need to find a good location. The amazing advantage of Lapland is the tourist destination. Because in the restaurant business, there are 3 important words: location, location, and location. We are student entrepreneur. Yes, we are this is advantage, but also disadvantage. Advantage is if we are student entrepreneur, we are young and we could receive some support from our LabNMK. But disadvantage, which means when we are student, we lacking of experience, we lacking of money. So we write down all the good things about us. Like we young team, we authentic Vietnamese girl. Yeah, we are all from Saigon, which means we could cook authentic Vietnamese food. The competitor here, they have experience. They have the big financing background. They are local, so they understand the language. They understand the market. They also understand when the corona come, which means when they survive already some 10 years or 5 years, they have strong or valid financing background compared with us, a very young team. As the entrepreneurs, the life is very difficult, and there are 3 words to describe about entrepreneur life. That are work, work, and work. So to be an entrepreneur, especially in restaurant business, is very tough. Which means we work from early morning and we close also very late. After closing, we also need to clean and work. The most difficult part of entrepreneur, for me, this is the team. The team, which means together we achieve more. Good team can bring you go further, go faster than alone. See, open eyes, open minds, open ears, open mouths, open everything to ask, to listen, to look, to observe. So 3 words to describe about myself. This is family oriented. Second, hardworking. And third is creative. I am traditional Vietnamese girl, which means I have the Asian culture, which means I'm family oriented. Yes. So the most motivation for me to study in Finland, to open my restaurant, or to do another thing, always is my family. Yes. My family are always be proud of me. They're very happy when I come here to study because I am the first person in whole of my village that travel abroad, study abroad, and live in abroad. My family always feel proud of me. I'm a very hardworking girl. We open from Monday until Sunday. We try our best and put a lot of effort for our restaurants. For example, we make ourselves own of decoration. Love art and love some handicraft. In Vietnam, I already have some handicraft projects. To set up this company, we receive a lot of support from different partners. They play an important role in my business. The first person I mentioned is Aya. She works in business role Vietnamese. Because we are foreigner and I don't know much about the paperwork, documentation, and permission. To open the Vietnamese restaurant in Vietnam, totally different to open a restaurant in here. It's always more complicated and we always need to have different kind of permission. Aya, she plays an important role in our business. And they are very nice. They offer free service for students. That's why I say we have the huge advantage if we are students as well. I come there to ask her nearly 1 year before I open the restaurant. She gives me all detailed information about how I do the paperwork, how I got the permission, how I got the music permission, alcohol permission, restaurant permission, financing plan, planning, competitors. She's amazing person for us. We also receive the huge support as well from Lapin AMK. And as a student, you only need to be active to ask. Don't be afraid, just be active to ask for help. People are really nice and they are willing to help you if you need help. Here is Liki Like. Yes, we win the newcomer of the year this year. Yeah, so there are many newcomers to Liki Like. Is like the local organization for entrepreneurs, and we win very special prize because of our efforts, of our ideas, about our project. We use some local ingredients, and then we mix with Vietnamese style to bring the Vietnamese flavor with the Finnish ingredients. So we make reindeer, we make from salmon, we make from made, some kind of fish, but people they don't know much. But the flavor is amazing. Lapland have amazing different sources, resources. They have fresh water. They have the fresh vegetables. The food here always in high standard. Lapland is very important for us because of 3 reasons. The first reason is Lapland doesn't have any Vietnamese restaurant before, so we have the huge advantage as the first and unique Vietnamese restaurant in here. Secondly, Lapland have amazing nature, and then we can combine with work and relaxing. And sometimes we walk with the dogs to the forest, and we enjoy the quiet city. And the third reason is Lapis people are really friendly and really honest. I love Lapis people. They make me feel like this is my home country. I feel happy, peaceful, and safety in Lapland. The nature is amazing. So the luxury of Lapland is quiet. Yes, just few meters from my home, I can go to the forest. It is the nature city.